up? What up? What up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And of course, as you see, I'm not doing this by myself. I got my guy, my little brother, the irritable one, my man, Guru, as we call Rue. What up, Rue?
What up, man? What's going on, everybody?
How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm all right. I'm all right, man. Bro, I'm all right. After that weekend, I want more.
Bruh, you talk about crazy. Oh my God. It was a good weekend, man. It was a good weekend in the sports, college football. You know what the crazy thing about it though? Before we get into everything, I still gotta say this. It was only one matchup where you had two top 25 teams at the time. And it still was like a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Lot of stuff to talk about. So of course, you know, we gotta get to all of that. But before we do, man, just want to tell you we have a great show ahead of you. First, you know, we have to talk about the Colorado Buffaloes. I mean, we have to talk about this team, what happened, the players, the coach, everything. We have to get into that. Still a buzz, and it was Saturday. It's Wednesday, and it's still a buzz about all of that.
Yeah.
Also, man, we just got to talk about college football in itself, man. Just the weekend, man. It like we stated earlier, full of highlights, full of big stories,
Yep.
good and bad. So we got to get into that. Then we are talking NFL, man. It's about to start up tomorrow, Rue. I'm excited. Like I love college football, but nothing can beat NFL. That's my favorite sport, NFL
For
football.
sure. It's back. Yeah, NFL is king, and it's back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was excited a little bit more Monday before I found out the news about my first round draft pick. We'll get into that.
About your first round draft pick?
Yeah, fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Okay, we're about
We
to
haven't heard, but we'll get into it.
get into it. Also, man, we're going to discuss the NFL. We're going to give our predictions, and then of course we got picks with college and NFL football, and then we got this segment what we call, I don't even know what we're going to call it, blast from the past, what we wish or whatever. But we're going to talk about the most memorable moment we lived through in sports, and then we're going to talk about two memorable moments or moments of the past, greatest moments of the past that we weren't alive or we were too young to see and really realize what was going on. And I want to talk about which ones we wish we could have been alive and at this juncture in our life to be able to watch and see. So, like I said, we're gonna have fun. We got quick hit stop of us in my mind. Hey, I want to give a big shout out, man, to Dr. Fowler, you know, Dr. Johnny Fowler III, orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta. Yo, Rue, he about to have a baby, man. That's where all prayers go up, man. They went in so early, so they haven't supposed to have a baby tonight. So, hey, prayers, you know, for him. But at the same time, we say congrats.
Yep,
You know,
congrats.
they're joking nervous. So it's his first.
First child, yeah.
We all been through that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I told him we all got his back. You know what I'm saying? All the fathers here, we can help. You know what I'm saying? Be there for him, man. But hey, man, it's time to get to these quick hits, man. You ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, you know what? Just today, I'm feeling it today. I just a little music. I just a little music. Is that cool? Just to bring it back. This is Dr. Fowler. You know what I'm saying? This is just to bring it back to what it used to be. You know, so
Sharing beats.
So first off, we want to start off with Coco Gauff and Ben Shelton, who are both from Atlanta, Georgia, by the way. They both advanced to the semifinals of the U.S. Open, man. Gauff is 19 years old. Shelton is 20 years old. Your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, it's big. I think I pointed last week, at it. This. I think Coco's the first. No, she is the first American team since Serena to reach the semifinals, and that's who it's all reminiscent of. At this age, Serena was dominant. So shout out to Coco Golf, and shout out to the other the young guy Ben Shelton. I just caught on to him. He's the one from Georgia Tech, right? Okay.
Can you hear me now? My bad.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. So no, he went to Florida. So
okay.
And father's coach. So like I said, it's dope, man. To get that and see that, and be able to witness that, man. So,
yeah.
Shout out to those. Like I said, 19 and 20. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Kind of like when they kicking it, laughing, and all of that, man. Definitely dope. Moving on, San Francisco 49ers defensive end Nick Bosa instant holdout and signs a 5-year, $170 million extension of them things. Dude, I gotta say this, bro. He deserves to be the highest paid man or defensive player. I can give him that. But at the same time, I don't understand how they can call defensive players at the end, paid more than running back. I still don't get it. Running back does more. Running back puts his body on the line more than a DN. I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But I'm happy for Bosa,
though. This was surprising to me because Bosa hasn't shown he can stay healthy. So I thought that was a lot of money they threw at him. And they banking on him to be healthy. Congrats, though. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Definitely a lot of money. Like I said, I'm happy for him. It's just, man, I know running backs are like, yo, this is crazy.
The hood never messed with Nick Bosa, though.
No.
We never rock with him.
We don't rock with him, but we do for him.
Yeah.
Especially if you on your team, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Moving on, Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Cooper Kupp, what up, Dr. Collar, has been ruled out for week one's matchup against the Seattle Seahawks and possibly to be put on IR per Sean McVay. He told us who.
Yeah. This not surprising either. With Kupp, that hammy lingers, man, and I don't see the same drive in this team. Even with the quarterback that they had a few years ago. So I mean, hey, if you drafted him first round, good luck on the rest of the season.
And you know what? I'll say this. I have him for one of my teams. I don't like it, but I had to draft two other good wide receivers. So Vince he saw me, so I had to make sure I did that. But it's unfortunate, man. And Dr. Paul said it, them hamstrings, bro. He said, don't mess with him. He said it, so let's see what happens. Movement on. Travis Kelce has now been listed as questionable rule of Thursday night's game against the Detroit Lions. He hyperextended his knee Wednesday in practice. They were saying he might not play with a doubt, but they got him listed as questionable. Still don't know if he's going to play or not, but your thoughts? So they don't have doubtful anymore, I don't think. It's just questionable.
Yeah, I think this was an upgrade from what they was reporting yesterday.
But I don't think it's doubtful anymore, though. They don't have doubtful. It's just questionable.
Yeah. Okay. So
no probable or anything. So
I hope he plays for the sake of my fantasy team, but they'll probably sit him out. They should probably sit him out, get a long rest, like a 10-day rest till week 2, That's gonna be a good game tomorrow, though. If he plays, and if he doesn't, it's gonna be make even more of a good game because Chris Jones is already not gonna be there, and now you talking Kelsey. It's
And then this is crazy. Iowa State quarterback Hunter Decker, 4 other current and former ISU players have pleaded guilty to underage gambling, which is a reduced charge from the tampering with records they had, which is an aggravated misdemeanor that carries a maximum penalty of 2 years in prison. What say you, sir? It's on you, man. Well, it's on you. What you got?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Are you okay? Well, yeah. I'll talk. I'm sorry. I'll talk and say this. We'll turn the music down. But I just, it's sad that you got players, doing this. I know you're trying to make money, and you would think at this point with NIL deals, you don't even have to go to this extreme. But at the same time, like I always say, they're young, Rue. They're young. I mean, you're gonna make dumb mistakes, but it's just sad the fact that it's you got NIL deals. I mean, if you're not that good, you're not that good. But come on, man, you can make.
Yeah, I don't really think this is that much of a big deal, though. I really don't. As much as, and we don't know what type of gambling. I mean, any type of gambling, really, like sports betting. If they were doing that on their phone, I mean, it could be 18.
But they were well, it says tamper with records, so I guess I don't know if they were betting against themselves. Because if you tamper with records, that ain't.
Yeah, I didn't understand that when it said which is a reduced charge from tampering with records.
Well, they pleaded guilty
to underage gambling.
Yeah, to reduce that charge because that was the original charge.
Right.
Records.
And the lawyer got it reduced to tampering with records.
No, they got it reduced to we plead guilty to underage gambling. The original charge was tampering with records.
Oh, see, I don't know what they got going on, man. Trying to change their grades or something.
No, I think it's got something to do with if it sounds like they're betting against themselves. Because why would you tamper with records? Why would it be tampered with records if you're betting on your team? You see what I'm saying? So they did something. It's something. It's gambling. We plead guilty to that to reduce the charge. It's got to be something, So, but either or, like I said, I just feel like it shouldn't have to come to that, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, they're young. Things happen. You see it all the time. It's we'll see what happens, man. But anyway, man, that wraps up quick hits. Yo, we're gonna we got to get to the hot topic. And before we get to the hot topic, man, this might give you a preview of what we're gonna talk about. We'll be right back.
It's Kalen DeLoach, linebacker.
This is Tyler Van Dyke. I play quarterback for the University of Miami.
What's going on? This is Shedeur Sanders. You're here listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
So, as you saw, we saw DeLoach, we saw Tyler Van Dyke, and then, of course, we saw Shedeur Sanders. Shout out to the 3-Point Conversion. We appreciate you, man. Speaking of Shedeur Sanders, he had a game on last Saturday, and boy, did he have a game. But even before we get to him and single him out or anybody else out, Bro, I just got to ask you, how impressive was this win by the Colorado Buffaloes?
It was huge. It was very impressive. They impressed me. Definitely proved me wrong because I said on the show, look, they're gonna get beat by the spread. TCU's probably gonna come out ready. Didn't take into account all the changes that were on TCU. But no, that win was very impressive to be Deion's first, game at Colorado. A team that only won one game last year to turn around that roster. And it looks like he has the best athlete in college football in Travis Hunter. We finally get to see him on the main stage in Shador. And to go in foreign territory, in opponents' stadium and take their hearts out like that, man, it takes guts. So it was very impressive.
And I don't think people still take account of this team was a 90%, 96% turnaround, or 97, I believe. They only kept like 3% of the players. They kicked Deion kicked everybody out. And I don't want to say it like that, but he let them go. A lot of people were mad about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, for him to have, again, 97% new players transferred or came in, right? Then you look at the first game. Like you said, they were 1-11 the first game. I don't care who you have playing. If they're not accustomed to playing all the time, and then you got your leader, quarterback, so-called, they want to say, okay, because he played in the HBCU. Travis Hunter played in the HBCU. And we'll see what he does in the big leagues. Whatever. And I ain't gonna lie, I was waiting to see. Remember, I said it last week. I want to see how they respond in the Power 5. I don't know how they will respond, what's going to happen. But we saw what happened. And to me, the biggest thing about this win, it wasn't just the fact that they won, Rue. It was the fact that they had to deal with adversity. They was up, and then they were down. Then they came back. It was a back and forth on the road. And you had freshmen and, like I said, people's first time playing on this type of stage, and look what they do. So I thought this win was this is one of those wins to me, and people might say, are you just living in the moment? Of course I'm living in the moment. We're in the moment. But to me, I believe this is one of those wins where we'll be talking about for a long time, because we hadn't seen anything like this. Not with this much turnover on the team. You know what I'm saying? And the way they did it, they looked professional, even though they were talking mess, which I love. But I'm saying, as far as on the field, they were professional. They looked like professionals. Their play. They didn't look scary. The first drive made the statement. Like, look, college football, we here. Like they kept saying we're here. That first drive looked like it was saying we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So
and even when TCU came out the gate in the third quarter, went, after being down 10, went up, I think 7. They kept their composure and kept at it. So kept with the game plan.
Right. And like I said, that was big. And then let's talk about Coach Prime first. What I like about what he's doing is old school. You don't see it anymore in football. You don't see it a lot in football. You know what I'm saying? And football is usually what up, Brandon? It's usually to where the head coach is an offensive coordinator, or the head coach is a defensive coordinator, right? But I'm gonna give you a few head coaches who does this. Nick Saban. Golly, the Georgia head coach. Kirby Smart and Dabo Swinney, where they have coordinators and they let their coordinators coach.
And Dabo might need to stop, but yeah.
See, the problem with Dabo is his coordinators left.
Yeah.
He didn't do like Saban does. Saban replaces. You think of all his coaching tree, everybody who's left, who's gotten a job and is coaching somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Dabo, he need to call Saban to see what he can do and how he can have success in finding great coordinators. But Deion, look at the coordinators he got. Some from the NFL.
Yeah.
But he got
Penn State's. Yeah. To become a coordinator.
He's gotten A+ coordinators, and for that reason, Deion just coach. Deion come over there. Even when they call huddles, Deion just come over there and talk. Hey, what you doing? Or whatever. You look at coaches like Mike Tomlin. He does that. Bill Belichick would get in, talk to the defense somehow, but he let his defensive coordinators coach. So the best and the greatest coaches, especially the ones in the past, they've all done this. So I just like the fact that he's used this. He cracked me up, man. His style, with his foot, he over there sitting
Yeah,
down. And I know he want to walk around, but he can't. He can't. But just the courageous.
yeah. He was trying to wear his signature shoe. He better put on some Dr. Scholl's.
For real.
He was trying to debut that shoe and it was
Right.
hurting.
Yeah, it was killing. But what can you say about the players, man? Because
Yeah.
I think that. Well, just let me read some of the stats off, and let me tell you. So, freshman running back Dylan Edwards had 5 catches for 135 yards, 3 touchdowns. Shador Sanders threw for 510 yards, 4 TDs. He went 38 for 47. Travis Hunter had 11 catches for 119 yards, 2 tackles, 1 interception. He could have had another interception. He dropped in the fourth quarter, and I think he had like 3 to 4 pass defense.
Yep.
Bruh,
112 snaps.
100 and what, 54 snaps or something like that?
Something crazy. Them
100
video game numbers, man. Boys doing whatever they wanted on offense out there. It's really impressive. The stats Shador put up, man, because his throws was looking, his throws was crazy, man. He looked like he was ready for the big leagues, like
did.
tomorrow, because he was perfect. He was Mr. Perfect.
And I know we're gonna get on Caleb, talk about Caleb next segment and everything, and the other quarterbacks, but like you said, he looked like a professional. We know Caleb Williams is the beast. What he can do, like people call him a mini Patrick Mahomes, but they played cupcake teams. They didn't struggle. So their wide receivers was wide open, even though he hit him in stride, but they were wide open. Jordan Travis had a great game. He looked good.
And we got to see more of Colorado. It is one game. It is one game.
But this is what I say, though. I'm just talking about, at this point, I'm talking about the players, though. What Shador did, he had to battle back. Like, yeah, TCU's defense isn't that good, but he made some throws where, like, it wasn't like they were wide open. Travis Hunter wasn't wide open like that. He had a step, which is good, but college football, usually if you're wide open, you 5 steps ahead of the defender, right?
Yeah.
But it was some contestant throws. It was some perfect throws where you had to throw it right there where the wide receiver catch it.
He was rolling to his left.
Yeah, like
downfield. Yeah, he looked good.
And then you look at Dylan, the way Dylan kept, like, he just kept taking it to the house, bro. I didn't really know his speed was that crazy.
Boy got skinny. Get skinny.
Right. Especially when he hit that sidelines. Both times he got skinny.
Yeah, you could tell, like, because Deion took him from Notre Dame. He was supposed to be Notre Dame's running back, so you could tell the talent. You could see it right there for what it is. So you can see the trust these guys got in Deion.
And then Travis Hunter, man, like, that was.
I've never seen anything like that, man. And in college.
Not in college, right?
Not in college.
And he should have had 2 touchdowns. He really should have had 3, but Shador missed one early in the game when he overthrew him.
Yeah, because one now they say his foot was out of bounds, didn't they, or something?
Yeah, so the first one he underthrew him, and they hit the defensive player in the helmet, but he had like 2 steps on him. That's the one he dove and he hit his hands and he dropped it. And the third one, when he got pass interference, they had pass interference on him. He bobbled it, but by the time he got it, his foot was out of bounds. But he should have had at least 3. You know what I'm saying? And all I know is what he was doing on defense. That interception was sick.
Yeah, that changed the game.
That changed the game.
That changed the game. Like, that was the third quarter. Late in the day, was driving, had the momentum, and that was insane, man. That was crazy.
Then he almost had the winning pick. But to me, my favorite play by him was the play where a dude had like a little step on him, and the quarterback threw a perfect pass to the wide receiver for TCU in the corner end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And not Shador, but Travis was kind of beat. But when dude caught in his hands,
Yeah.
Travis knocked it out.
Early, that was the first quarter, wasn't it? Or
Second quarter.
yeah.
That was crazy. So yeah, man. But like I said, it was so many great plays. And then give it up to TCU, man. They did their thing too. Like offensively, that quarterback was nice. I didn't think he was that good.
No, I don't think he's that nice, dog. I gotta disagree with you. I think he has a lot of work to do. He looked like a freshman.
But he was okay, right? But that's what I'm saying. He made some nice throws for him to be a freshman.
Now, I will say this, and maybe I don't blame him. I blame Sonny Dykes. And maybe I don't blame him for the interception to Travis, because that's just Travis Hunter.
That was a great play.
Yeah. So, but I thought that last drive, they should have kept running the ball, because one thing I did notice about Colorado was that defensive front was very weak. Like you could just like run up the middle and get about 4 or 5 yards every play. And I thought they went away with that. So I don't know why they went away with it. And they put the game in that quarterback's hands from TCU, which I knew he wasn't ready for. So yeah, that was a great win by Dion, though.
Yeah, it was. So I guess I have to ask you this. Are we overhyping Colorado for what happened? Are we doing too much?
No, I don't think we overhyping them, and I don't think we're doing too much. It's warranted from what we just saw, especially from Travis Hunter and Shador and Dylan Edwards. Like, talent like that, not many teams in college have a talent like those three. Now, when we say overhyped, like I hear people going to the window to bet them a lot of people are going to the window to bet them to win it all. Like, let's stop. Let's pump our brakes now. They still have USCs on the schedule. They still have Oregons and, the top dog Utahs, and they still have games ahead of them. So let's not jump the gun. Let's just take it week by week. Now, this week.
But wait, would you wouldn't bet on them right now? And the reason why I say, and not necessarily saying because you think they're going to win, but
the value.
What you saw and the value, they can only get better.
I wouldn't.
That was game one.
I know. I just want people to take it week to week before we just start.
No, I feel you.
If he could get to 6 bowl eligibility, I think he should be coach of the year. But I think that's still going to be a sort of a tough task. But that's just me, guys.
Because if they mess around and beat
Nebraska, Oregon?
I think they should beat Nebraska. Ooh. They got to beat Nebraska first. But let's
say just beat a team by 80 points on Saturday.
But who were they?
Just play. They Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right. But if they mess around and beat Oregon,
they got Oregon and USC all in the same month. This month, right?
They got them back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if they win one of those
easy, nah.
Well, I mean, because so everybody was saying they get
5 still,
right? But they beat TCU. That one of the 5 games had them winning.
No, it wasn't.
So if they start out 2-0, you don't think they could get 4 more?
It will. I think they will beat Nebraska too. I got to look at the schedule. They'll probably beat Arizona State, and they'll probably beat Arizona. Other than that, I think it's going to be tough to get 6. I'll say 5, maybe. Because other than Arizona State,
you had them winning 5 games.
Huh?
You still only had them winning 5 games.
Yeah, 5. I think they get maybe 4 more. Well,
I just can't.
Let's take it week to week, though. That's what I just said, right?
They're
gonna win this week. I think so.
They got 5 games is winnable. I mean, but like you said,
we also got to see how Dion adjusts, right?
Right.
Now we got film, so now they got film on them. So we got to see. We just got to see. But I didn't see what Brandon said.
Oh, he said I think they lose 4.
Whew. What's that? 8 and 4? Come on, Brandon. Yeah, you buying it. You sipping the tea, bro.
We'll see. We'll see. But yo, but let's go ahead and transition to college football. So, just college football as a whole. What is your nosy neighbor?
Ah man, this Saturday, September 9th. What is Saturday? Yep, the 9th. I'll be peeking out the blinds. I think at the only game we should be peeking out the blinds, looking at, and that's Alabama and Texas, the rematch. It's in Alabama.
Uh-huh.
But this is a game where I still think Alabama's much of an unknown. So it's a short spread. We don't usually, I think this was the same spread that was last year in Texas. So it's a turnaround from the roster turnaround, and we all know what Quinn Ewers was doing to Alabama last year before he went out in that second quarter. So he was tearing them up. So he's healthy. So I want to see what I'm really looking at Texas, man, and getting the Longhorns rise up for the challenge, man, and do something we ain't seen in a minute. And that's to see Alabama lose at the crib. So
yeah, the easy is, peeking and looking at Colorado because we want to see what's going to happen, of course.
for sure,
But
we always look at.
I'm looking at Georgia Tech. I actually be there, so I guess I don't have to be nosy like that, but I'm gonna be nosy because I want to see how they respond. Which leads us to Georgia Tech. I thought they played well. I thought they played better than what we've been accustomed to seeing. And that quarterback, man, Haynes, what's his last name?
Haynes King.
Haynes
Yeah.
King. Yeah. That dude can throw. He got an arm on him. He was making some NFL throws.
Definitely, yeah.
Now I felt like he had to trust his arm and trust his instincts because especially being at the game, how the media sit, you can see the whole field. Like we're like towards the end zone basically, so you see the whole field. He had some throws where they were open, and he didn't let it go, especially in the beginning. But and like the defender said, he was like, look, man, we let our foot off the gas, in the second half. We thought we won the game. Defense said it was saying we thought we won the game, so we kind of let them back in, and we didn't do anything about it. He's like, and they put that on the defense because they scored 28 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
But I know you said you could see them winning what? What did you say before? 5 or 6 games?
I think I said 4 or 5.
Do you recant that after what you saw?
No, because the last thing I saw from them, I know we saw a good quarter, but that's about it. A good quarter. 5. I think 5 is good. I don't know if they get to a bowl. I would love to see them get to a bowl, but I think that was one you needed to have.
Yeah.
I really do. But I do think the ACC is. We all know the 2 out of conference teams they play. Mississippi this year, Georgia, that's 2 losses, so that's 3 right there. But Wake Forest, I don't know if they're the same without Hartman, Boston College without Zay, and
right.
So it's those 2 games can be had. So we'll see.
So what about the other team in Georgia? Well, I guess Georgia Tech is the other team in Georgia, but Georgia is a team. Yeah. It's crazy. But what did you think of them? Because I know this is your team. Because I know the quarterback look.
Yeah. It was real bland. They kept it just natural. They went out there just with no. I don't even think they really had a game plan. Georgia did. I think Kirby just said, "Hey, let's just play football." But this Stetson never shocked us in these type games. Against the first 2 weeks.
Right.
So I'm not I'm not concerned at all. I just want to see Lat McConkey get healthy. So we can,
So
have another weapon.
no concerns
No concerns. No concerns at all.
because they got another cupcake
This week, yeah.
team this week. I mean, no disrespect to the teams, but I mean,
The whole schedule is cupcake.
yeah, they are playing Krispy Kreme this year.
I mean, you're talking Ball State, South Carolina, UAB, then Auburn. Now that's this month. Like
Chick-fil-A State, yeah,
Kentucky, Vanderbilt, like
yeah, like. So I mean, so they should get to the SEC championship easily.
Yeah, biggest two games will be November 11th against Mississippi, and then the next week against Tennessee at Tennessee, who's number 9 right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah. Then let's talk about Clemson, man. Like, what are the biggest upset? What are the biggest disappointment? Because I'm gonna tell you, man, if Kirby ain't got that quarterback, not Kirby, but Dabo don't have that quarterback, I think it's a wrap for Clemson. He is proven. I mean, that's most teams, but I'm just saying if he don't have that, and I'm not talking about a quarterback, that quarterback.
That generational quarterback.
Yeah, they don't look good. They don't look good. Like, are you concerned for them?
Definitely. One other reason I'm concerned is Dabo is immune to the transfer portal. He does not believe in getting transfers, and that's what college football has become, and it's what it's became. So I think he needs to catch up with the times. He only has one transfer on that team, and that's just, you see what Deion did to turn around how they, Georgia, FSU, they got 14 transfers on that team. So I just think Dabo really needs to start using that transfer portal, man. And those linebackers, those All-American linebackers didn't come to play either. I don't know where they were, because Clemson, they do keep a solid line, solid linebackers and D line. That but it was disappointing, man. Just the turnovers, it looked a mess. Yeah.
Do you think so? About to be messy. Do you think that Dabo is doing this because, and I felt like this, he's not messing with the transfer portal to prove a point? I promise you, his assistants.
Oh yeah, I see that. I can see that.
The AD, all of them are like, Dabo, we need to use it. No, we're not using it. Knowing he's losing, but he gonna stick firm to it because they're leaving.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. And guess who left? Guess who the only transfer is? Is Bear Bryant's grandson. And Dabo went to Alabama, so Dabo's always kind of, people say he looks out for his Alabama roots or what, I don't know. That's what the word is from my Clemson.
I really think that he's trying to stand his ground and he's gonna be stubborn.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you can't. He gonna have to learn something. These losses, hey, he gonna have to change something.
Because when you see what Deion did, I mean, Dabo messed with us. Dabo messed with a 3-point conversion every time. Sure. What up? So nothing against him, Dabo. We tell the truth and shame the devil on the show. I'm just saying, Dabo, it could be you on the commercials instead of Nick Saban with Deion. You had it. If you use the transfer portal. And speaking of that, bro, was that Colorado game on Deion Network? Bro, it was on Fox. It was on Fox. It went on Deion Sanders Network because they show a Deion Sanders commercial. Anytime he went to a break, it was a Deion Sanders commercial.
It wasn't
on. Come on, what are y'all like? I was the game was fixed. Like, okay, like I already know what's gonna happen, but it's like come on, y'all.
Like, right.
Hey, that's Deion. All of that. He got favor, man.
Yep.
All right, man. So we talked about Caleb Williams. We talked about Travis, Jordan Travis. When you look, he said he about to prove his way to Kennesaw State. Talking about when you look when you look at those quarterbacks, who impressed you the most? Because I think you said Caleb got like 9 or 10 touchdowns already.
Yeah.
True enough. Again, like I said, he played Michelin Tire State, but do you think like between them two? Oh, forget that. Yeah, between them two first, who do you feel who's been most impressive between? I know he has 2 games to Jordan Travis 1, but who was more impressive?
It was Jordan Travis, but that's probably not the popular answer. That's not the popular answer. But Jordan Travis, that against the number 4 team in LSU, he had a bad first half, but he had one of the best second half comebacks I've seen from a college quarterback in a long time. Like, he was poised, he put it behind him, he looked different. You saw the interception in the first quarter, the timely interception when they were at the goal line. He didn't look good in the first half, but that second half, he led them to victory. I mean, 342 yards. He had, 4 touchdowns, 12 yards per attempt. Like, the rating was good. So, and he looked good, so it's like, but Caleb Williams also, like, it's the competition for me though, like you said. And those guys are getting open, but no, I thought Jordan Travis had a real good performance against LSU, and I don't know if you put Caleb in that situation, would he against the SEC defense? How would that go? But I don't. I say Travis.
So between those 3, who else had it? Because Drake,
all the Pac-12 quarterbacks ball.
Yeah,
man.
they did. May didn't look good. Drake May, right? He didn't look good.
Yeah.
He looked.
Thanks.
Yeah, he didn't look good. Like you said, all the Pac-12 quarterbacks look good. They played well. So out of those 3, most notable with Shedeur, Caleb, and Jordan, who would you say?
Definitely.
Who was more impressive? Who's been more impressive?
Oh, out of including Shedeur, I still go with Travis, man. Oh, man, nah. It's a hard question, bro. But I do like what Jordan Travis did against I think the best team, Brian Kelly LSU team, which is no slouch. That was number 14. I know it's preseason rankings, but that's an SEC defense. Right. And the way they played in the first half, that defense was stingy.
Yeah.
But nah, Shedeur definitely lit it up too. So I mean, they all look good. How about that?
I think with Caleb, probably can't do anything with them, and plus he didn't play against a worthy opponent. No disrespect to anyone, but just telling the truth to shame the devil.
Right. Shedeur won it on the road too.
Shedeur won it on the road, right? Yeah. Jordan Travis, they were in a neutral zone, whatever, but still, he went against the top 10 team, and like you said, he came back. Like, they dealt with resistance, and came back and won. So yeah, man. So we might see those 3. I don't know.
We could.
We could.
You got to keep it up. I think Shedeur needs to win, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we got to win.
You got to win.
Worrisome from LSU. Yeah, they weren't looking good, Mike.
I think Travis made them worrisome.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, out of those 3, so if it's not Shedeur, it's too early to talk about.
It could be Travis, though.
Travis got to be up there, dog. If he continue to, because didn't I say it last week? No, I didn't say it last week. I said it after the game or in the middle of the game. I said, if Travis Hunter, if he has 70-something catches, over 750 yards, at least 8 touchdowns, and he has 5 picks, he got to be in. He got to be in. He got to be a finalist easily. You got to be a finalist if you have 5 picks. That's what I say. But either or. Hey man, please don't leave, y'all. Quick question. Quick break. I should say. The way too early Heisman. It's got to be, Mike. You know what I'm saying? It fits the what's going on. We got to talk about the Heisman Trophy, even though we don't believe it. But college football, is it always too early for Heisman talk? That's a good question. Is it too early?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Time? 'Cause
Maybe after week 5.
week
They
5,
got
okay. Because they talk about it all the time. We hear other media talk about it all the time, but
because
you're
really
right.
we gotta wait for everybody to play that game. You know
But
that state
this is
game.
I guess these are our predictions. I'll put it like that. These are my
Shador
predictions.
opened it back up though. Shador opened it
Yeah,
back up.
it just made it more right. But look, y'all. You know what? We gonna head into it, bro. Forget the break. We gonna head into it. So Mike says October. You're right, Mike. You right. You right. You're right. So look, this is what we're gonna do, and you all can play along. You can put it in the comments as well if you're watching. So what we're gonna do is this next segment. What we're talking about is we're talking. So Rue is still in his 20s, late 20s. I'm 44, right? And we're gonna talk about because it's a lot of moments. Just like what we saw. I'm not saying this is a big moment, but still what we saw in Colorado. It's a lot of moments in sports history that we've witnessed, right? But then it's a lot of sports moments that we didn't witness because we were either too young or we weren't alive. So what I want to do first is, Ru, I want you to tell me the biggest sports moment you remember, like big to you.
Mm. So
Uh,
I really had 2. That was
I
like
had two too. I got two also. I
I
might.
took all bias
Yeah.
aside because I mean, Braves winning was big too, but that's not it. The first was Vince Young in that USC game. That was one of the biggest moments. I was 10 years old. One of the biggest games. I remember just ready to watch and seeing that Vince did it. After USC was so dominant, like the most dominant team in my childhood at that time. Never lost, and seeing Vince do that was huge. So yeah, that game in particular. And of course, seeing Braun come back from 3-1, game 7, specifically.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That
Yeah.
those, yeah,
That
those two
was the
stood
first
out.
time it ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first time it ever happened.
Yeah, those two for me, biggest.
Quick moment. And the funny thing is, usually in the moment, you don't realize how big the moment is until it's over and it's like, wow, we lived through that moment.
Yeah.
Because even when they were making history, it was just like you wanted to see what happened, like, or can they do it or whatever. It hasn't been done. Even though it hadn't been done, yet still we weren't in that moment like, oh, this
Yep.
would be, it was just what's gonna happen, is this really gonna happen? You were caught in the moment. So
Yep.
I like those. This is what I say, and Brandon says with the league helping. This is what I say. My big moment, I'm gonna kind of go off the rail. First in sports, and I guess it's not sports. I was gonna say I'm gonna cheat with the first one. Is OJ. Just with as legendary OJ was as he was, and I ain't even talking about him beating the case. I'm just saying, just him getting arrested for that. It was just like, wait, what? He had us all fooled because OJ was this likable guy, and it was just like, huh?
Like I'm OJ.
Right. But the other one, I'm trying to think. Oh, the other one is, honestly speaking, mine's not a game or anything. I'll give a game too, but I got to give this one also. Magic Johnson when he came out and said that when he had AIDS. I would never forget that. I remember being at home. That was 90. That was 90. So I was 12. I just remember like what was going on. Like I couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I had never seen anything like that. It was like we didn't know what AIDS were. It didn't make sense to us. And then Magic got it, of all people. Magic Johnson, he couldn't do any wrong. He couldn't do any
He's doing a lot of wrong. You just didn't know.
Yeah, some people think he was doing right. But anyway, Brandon, good one, Brandon. 92 Olympics. I was 6. Mike talked about the caloric. Yeah, that was one of mine. But the other one, I think that was like huge to me. I was young, and I was young enough to remember, was when
Jordan
I was gonna say when Jordan hit 63, but you know what I think?
for the Elo shot.
No, the 63 points against
Oh, yeah.
that we had never seen anything like that. But you know what beats that? Just barely. Magic Johnson coming back in the 92 Olympics. Olympics, in 92 All-Star game. For them to let him play, and then he probably would have got
MVP, right?
He would have got MVP if he would have scored 8 points. 22 points in that game, I believe, 22 or 25 points, like 6 or 7 assists. And just to see that he still had it, like that was crazy. That was the biggest, like Mike being biased. The Cubs winning World Series, you ain't lying. You might not be biased and nobody thought we would win. Yeah. I agree with that, Mike. All right, Rue. So what is my dad was born. I watched that in the waiting room. Magic announcement. Yep. Yeah, that was crazy. So, all right, man. So what name the first one? Sports moment. It don't have to be a game, but sports moment or event that you remember like crazy.
You said that I remember. I wish I could have
been there. I'm sorry that you wish.
Yeah, man. So this one, I thought it was gonna be a little easier, but this one was kind of hard. But I think I would have enjoyed being at any Tyson fight, any Tyson event, like in Vegas, man. Like I would have liked to go to if I was, of age and had the resources to do so. So yeah, that one.
Don't go with your second one yet. Don't go with your second one yet. And I lived through it. Even just watching it, it was unreal to see. For me, he was the first boxer that I saw that was beating people up, was knocking people out that quick. And
I say the fight might have been over. It might have been no point to go.
Yeah. It was, you didn't want to spend your money on that. But
right.
It was unreal. Like the first fight he fought, I remember watching because you heard about him. Because I was young. I was like 7 to 8.
Yeah.
I remember he fought Michael Spinks. And I remember he knocked out Michael Spinks. And that was just like,
I didn't get to see Tyson, man.
So I'm glad you said because Mike said I broke my back, Mike Tyson. I'm glad you said that because mine is boxing, the first one. I wish I could have been alive to watch Muhammad Ali beat George Foreman.
Thriller in Manila.
No, that was the
that was Frazier.
That was God, what was it? The Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the Jungle, yeah. Yeah.
I never, when you go back and watch that, I kept hearing how Ali was an underdog. Remember, Ali just lost. He came back from what he dealt with, and he lost to Frazier. But then you got this massive guy knocking everybody out like Tyson was doing. And he whooped Joe Frazier like, it was crazy. And now he fighting Muhammad Ali, who just lost to Frazier. And Muhammad Ali's 32 years old. This guy's like in his 20s. And, just to be there and watch that, how everything unfolded, how he was doing a rope-a-dope, getting hit.
Wait, how old was Foreman, you said?
He was in his 20s.
Okay. How old was Ali?
Ali was 32.
Okay.
So Foreman was like 24, 25, if that. But, I mean, he had the power of, like you would say, a Mike Tyson. You didn't think, nobody thought that Ali was going to win. Now, you were rooting for Ali, but a real boxing critic or a real boxing fan just knew Ali wasn't going to win. He had no chance, especially when he got knocked down by Frazier. So I wish I could have been there for that.
Yeah.
What was your second one?
Oh, man, go with your second one. I just really lost my train of thought thinking about that.
My
Oh, I only had one. I only had one.
okay, cool. I got two more.
Yeah.
Next one was it's an event when I forgot the brother's name, but in the '68 Olympics when they raised a fist,
Oh yeah.
black glove, bro. If I could
Yeah.
have been alive because that was a big time moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for them to do that was bold. No one was doing anything like that.
Mm.
They had the black glove, and they did that, and they put the bro. That was crazy. I wish Mike said yes, Lord. I wish I was there too. Like just to be alive and watch that on TV. You know how proud you had to be if you saw that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That probably was I wish I would. You know, you felt good. You felt like you mattered. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Carlos? Yeah, you felt like you mattered. You know, to see that. So I wish I could have been there for that. And then my last thing, I wish I could have witnessed and watched, even though it was tape delay. Mike said at that time the Lakers came back, went down big to the Trailblazers in the fourth quarter.
92 Western Conference Finals, yeah. 91.
91, yep. I wish I could have been alive. Speaking of the Lakers, it was a tape delay, but when Magic, as a rookie in Game 6, after Kareem got hurt and he playing center, it's point guard and he's starting at center, and he scored 42 points, 7 assists, and what? I think it was 12 rebounds or 15 rebounds. Yeah, 15 rebounds, and they won the title. You know how crazy that was, bro? A rookie, and he going against Dr. J, Daryl Dawkins, the Chocolate Thunder, all of them. And he did that. Like, I wish I could have been through. I wish I could have been alive for that. You think about moments you watch. Every time I watch that, I get chills. I'm just like, yo, I just wonder how that would have been. The next day you go to work or the water cooler or whatever, you talking to your boys at the court or whatever. It's like, bro, did you see Magic? He did. You know, that was unthinkable.
Yeah.
A rookie. So, yeah, man. Mike says Shaq.
Oh, you talking about Mike, but you saw that, though.
No, I guess he's saying he remember that.
Oh.
They cheated. The refs was cheating, too, on that. Even though I was going for the Lakers, but the refs was cheating on that. Because they was calling some bogus calls.
They was down like 15.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man. But no, that was fun, bro. Going back in memory lane and watching all that, man, and then thinking of, like I said, wishing I was alive to watch some of that stuff, man. So, but yo, we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back for the Stop It segment. Keep it locked.
Hey, this is Earl Campbell.
Hey, it's Chuck the Iceman Liddell.
This is Emmitt Smith, and you're listening to 3 Point Conversion.
Right, we are back for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's get it. Rue, I'm gonna let you go first, bro. What is your Stop It segment?
Yo, so my Stop It goes out to the Angels, and you can get them to stop it for a lot of reasons. But it's this reason in particular, man. They had team picture day the other day, and they used the stand-in for Shohei since he couldn't make it. So when I say, a stand-in, you would think it's like a picture of Shohei, or I don't know, something that indicates that it's Shohei, or maybe even somebody who looks like Shohei, maybe somebody of his, look like him. They use this guy right here, number 17, as the stand-in for Shohei Ohtani.
Oh my God,
man, it don't get no more Angels than that, man.
Oh my God, bro!
With Photoshop and all that today, you would think they can do something to make it look like Shohei. They just got some guy like just be Shohei for the picture day, yeah. So they get my style.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Twitter had a ball with that one, man.
Oh my God!
They was like, I seen somebody say, "I'm gonna tell my grandkids this was the greatest baseball player ever."
Hold on, bro. We gotta go ahead and give him the wait. We gotta give him the stop it, bro. We gotta.
Man, come on, man.
Ah,
Not Shohei.
oh my god, that's funny, bro. All right, so oh, they didn't hear to stop it. My bad. Let me give him to stop it, bro.
Stop it. Stop it.
All right.
Stop.
So my stop it goes to Rashad McCants. I don't know if you saw Rashad McCants, but Rashad McCants, he was on a chill with Gil.
Yeah, I know he's on that show.
So he said he was talking about how like they can beat them. He was talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, how they weren't good, whatever. That team, like, man, my team could have beat them. My team. So Gil was like, "What team? You play with? What team? My team. Who you play for?" He said the Lebanese team that he played in the other countries. He said that team could beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Bro, Kenyon Martin and Gilbert Arenas start cussing him out. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Stop it.
The Lebanese team
Stop it.
could beat Milwaukee Bucks.
Stop it.
Come on, man. Come on.
Stop
bro.
it.
Like, really?
Stop it. Stop
Really?
it.
Oh, let me
Stop
stop
it.
it, y'all. My bad. He get a whole bunch, but bro, really?
That's
Oh my
wild.
God, bro, that was so funny, man. But yeah, man. But that's how that's what we see, bro. Hey, y'all, let me know if y'all got any stoppers, man. We'll put it out. We'll blast it for y'all. We'll talk about it as well. Brandon says I'm going to see Otani in a few weeks. You sure it's gonna be Otani or it's gonna be dude?
Man, it might be dude. Hey, I think Otani. I think Otani is out. I think they might be shutting him down.
Like I
B.
said,
And
Rashad,
you live in LA, man. You should have been seen Otani.
I know, right? Rashad have a mental disorder. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. I don't know. And Rashad, cool, man. He one of the homies, bro. You know, he was my first, believe it or not, he was my first one-on-one interview ever. You know what I'm saying? When he was with the Big Three. Showed his love and everything. But that's funny, bro. Oh my God.
Hey, Brandon trying to see Otani for it's too late.
Better hurry. It's about to be a wrap. But no, I hope not. Hopefully he be playing, man. But all right, man. Let's transition to football, bro. NFL, let's go ahead. What we gonna do? What you want to do first, Ru? I'm gonna let you pick. You wanna go with the individual awards? Or
yeah, we can. I think we should.
okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna predict this, even though Mike Patton has a real vote. Somebody else might be getting the vote soon. I'm gonna just leave that alone. But we'll wait and see you something. Anyway, all right, man. So let's start off. Comeback player of the year. Who's your comeback player of the year?
Man, it's only right, and I think they're gonna name it after him. If he steps on the field once, and that's DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, so. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
He gets it as well, bro. Just for him to do it. I think he got an interception too in preseason, I believe. So he probably get it just for playing in preseason. So yeah, definitely get that, man. That's what's up. It would have been bogus if you think Buffalo would have been old enough to cut him before they would have did something like that.
Yeah,
it was going to hell. But no,
he's gonna file grievance.
But no, we definitely agree with that. I'll go to offensive rookie of the year. You know what? Who I think, believe it or not, I think it could be. I think it's gonna be Zay Flowers. I wanted to say Richardson, but I think it's gonna be Zay. I think Zay gonna have a breakout year. You remember the year Odell had his rookie year?
Yeah. Yep.
It's only fit that he's playing with Odell. I think Zay gonna have that. He's gonna have that year. I mean, I think he's gonna be the number one. Turn out to be the number one receiver. I think Odell's gonna be good too, but I just think Zay's talent, man, with mixed with like he fits a Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they're gonna have that chemistry. Whereas
Right.
so
Who won this award last year?
rookie of the year last year, it was
Offensive.
offensive rookie of the year, it was
I can't
Chat
think.
room, who was it?
Let us know. Help us out, Chat.
Who was the rookie last year? Trying to think.
Oh, no, that wasn't it.
Was
Was it a receiver? I can't. Chat, help us out.
who was the rookie quarterbacks last year?
I can't think.
I'm trying to think, man. Hold on. Running back.
I don't want to look it up.
Yeah,
I'll look.
backs, I'm trying to think. Wide receiver, rookie. Yeah,
Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, I forgot about him. I didn't even know that. Wow. It was Garrett Wilson.
oh yeah. Duh.
Yeah, I forgot he won it. When did he win it? Oh,
Yeah.
the NFL honors.
It was Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner. They both won offensive, defensive, which is crazy on the same team.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'm going Bijan. I'm sticking close to home. I think he's going. I don't think a quarterback's going to get it this year. I don't think any of the quarterbacks are going to really have that good of a year their first year. There's going to be a stepping, a learning process for them. But I got to go Bijan. I think this dude gets over 1,500 yards. And, I think he's going to get it through the air too. And the Falcons are going to be good. And I think he's going to be a key reason why. So I think Bijan gets it.
And it's funny you say that because somebody told me that matter of fact, Vincent the Fantasy Guru he was talking fantasy. He's like, but usually running backs that come up and they're supposed to be good, they usually do well.
Mm-hmm.
So
it reminds me of Saquon, his first year.
All right. So who's your defensive rookie?
Georgia boy, Jalen Carter. I think he's gonna make a tremendous impact for that team. I think he could have close to 10 sacks this year.
Okay.
And then of course he's gonna start. So I think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with on that line. I'm going Jalen Carter.
Okay. I think it's gonna be Will what's his last name?
Anderson.
Who?
Will Anderson.
Anderson. I was about to say Will Fuller. I don't know why I want to say Will Fuller, old football player, but yeah, I think it's gonna be Will Anderson, man. He already showed us what he can do in preseason. He was dominating in preseason. So I think he's gonna be the guy. Or you know who else? So I'm being biased. Y'all might think I'm being biased, but watch out for Tariq Stevenson, dog. Watch out. The Bears cornerback from Miami.
And you know who else I was thinking? I know you talking about Christian Gonzalez. Sort of, I think is going to be pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Right. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, coach of the year. No, you know what? I'm sorry. Let's do offense. Yeah, let's do coach of the year. We'll do coach of the year. My coach of the year, I believe is going to be. It's probably going to be. See, I don't know if the Jets going to be that good. If the Jets win a division, whatever team wins it, the division in the East, I think it's going to be the coach of the year. So I'll say Robert Saleh. I think he's going to win it. You got to remember too, he's been on Hard Knocks. I mean, so and if you watch Hard Knocks, you like his style. You like the way he coached that team, the way he talked to him. He uplift. You know what I'm saying? You like that. So I think it's going to be Robert Saleh.
I was torn on this question, man, because I do think if the Falcons win 11 games, Arthur Smith is going to win Coach of the Year. And I think a lot of
believe it or not.
And I think a lot of people are catching up to how good of a coach he is in the national media. But I won't count out Dan Campbell either in the Lions because I think if they win that division, Dan's gonna get some looks for Coach of the Year. I think the Lions gonna be pretty good this year. I think they compete in that division.
Even if they win a division, I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think they're winning 11 games. I think it's gonna be like 10 games. And if that's the case, I can't see him winning Coach of the Year. You know, I think if the Bears win, they'll win Coach of the Year. If like you said, if Falcons win, he's definitely winning Coach of the Year. But how about this? You know what? I take that back. You know who's gonna win Coach of the Year?
Dude, Doug.
Yep, Doug Peterson.
He was going there. Yeah.
I mean, because that's the team I think they're gonna win 11 games. I think it's fit for them to win 11 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see any you right, Brandon? Brandon says Goff has to hold up, but he held up last year. Goff looked good last year. I mean, true enough, they was chasing from behind, but he looked good. But I wanted to ask you, do you think there's gonna be any surprises? We'll get into that. We'll get into that later when we talk about the team. I'll leave it alone. I took the first one on the coach. Who's your offensive player of the year?
My offensive player of the year. This was a tough one, man. If he could stay healthy, because Justin Jefferson won it last year. So I mean, I'm not going to chalk with him. He has a chance to win it again, but I'm gonna go C-Mac, man. I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey if he can stay healthy. Because I think he can do it all too. He's a Swiss Army knife. So yeah, I go C-Mac.
You know, that's a good choice. I'm gonna go with the other running back.
It's chalky. Austin Eckler.
I think Austin Eckler gets it because Austin Eckler should have got. Has he ever? I don't think he's won it yet. And you think of the production he's done each year, the last 2 years. I mean, he's amassed over 36 touchdowns, something like that. I think maybe even 40, close to 40 touchdowns in 2 years. And he had over 100 catches last year. So 800 yards receiving, over 900 maybe, 800 yards rushing the ball. So, yeah, I think he gets it. I think he gets it this year. But like you said, I see Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson said, get this, Rube. He said he's ready to break some records. He's already broken a record, but he wants to break records. He want to have the most yards and the most catches. He said he's looking for the most catches in the season, and he wants the most yards in the season. I think he can do it, man.
If he does that, he can get it.
If you've done it in the first 2 years, 3 years, right? This is third year. This is fourth year.
Third year.
This is third year?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. Yeah, because he was in the national championship in 2020. If January of 2020.
Yeah, so 21 and 20. Right. So if he can only get better, bruh. He can only get better. The only way he doesn't if Kirk Cousins go down, but I don't think so.
Might be his fourth. It might be his fourth year.
He was 20. You said 2020, right? 21.
That was 19. I forgot, man. Dogs won 2020. Wait, no, Dogs won 21.
Dogs won 21, but it was a 2020 season. So yeah,
y'all let us know what season Justin Jefferson's on.
You're right. It was 2019, but it was the 20 season when he won. So it was 20. It was 2020, the year when they went. So then he played 2020, 21, 22. Yeah. It's his fourth.
Okay.
This is his fourth season. So yeah, I agree. Okay. But like I said, he can only get better. You know, this is when he started getting into his prime. Right now, he's just playing off just talent.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to get into his prime. His craft is getting better, you know. And my only thing with Justin, like I told you before, I just feel like every time he goes up against a big-time cornerback, he doesn't play well. He gets shut down. So, you know, once he gets to the point where no matter who's playing him, he has a good game, that's when you call him the best receiver in the league. I still think it's Devontae Adams, but that's me. But defensive player of the year, it's the Williams kid for the New York Jets.
Think Quentin
Williams.
I
think defensive player of the year, bro. And maybe I'm living in the moment because what I've seen. I mean, he's been balling anyway. During his career, especially last year. But the way he was looking in. I know it's preseason, not even preseason, in practice. The way he was like, they couldn't control him. Dog, and then the fact that it got Rodgers, I think he wins defensive player of the year. I think he follows the trend. You think about it. I know Nick Bosa won, but you follow the trend of the defensive tackles who stepped up. Of course, Aaron Donald, but then what we saw,
TJ
and Chris Jones.
Oh, D tackles, yeah.
D tackles, and now I think Quentin Williams, he goes in, he takes that. So I'm going for him. So I think he wins it. I think. Hear me out. I know it's the unpopular opinion, but hear me out. All right. And now, who's your MVP?
Oh no, I didn't get my defensive player of the year.
Right.
Real quick, I'm going with same team, just different player. I'm going Sauce. I think I had Sauce winning defensive rookie last year. I think this is the next step for him. And I think he has all the capabilities to do it. He got the attitude, he got the flashiness. I think he's already sort of very popular in the league in his second year. So I think it could be Sauce. It's going to be a big step, for a cornerback to win this award because the favorite, Micah, of course. So, but I think I don't want to go chalk. I'm gonna go Sauce. So yeah.
Okay. No, I can see that.
Yeah.
Who's your MVP?
Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts gets it this year. I think he finishes the campaign to get it too. He was the MVP through the first 14, 15 games last year, but of course he got hurt. So I'm going Jalen Hurts. I think, the Eagles ball out and he can't be messed with in the NFC.
Lamar Jackson. I got Lamar Jackson winning. Hey man, this offense, like I stated before, we saw Lamar his rookie year when they let him throw the ball. I mean, his sophomore year, the second year when they let him throw the ball. 36 touchdowns, led the league, and this joker only had Marquise Brown. No offense to Hollywood, but he had Hollywood Brown and Andrews, and of course he was rushing the ball. But I'm just saying, he threw the ball. He threw 36 touchdowns. Then after that, they made him a running back. This year, you have where he's playing against. I mean, this year they're running an offense where they're going to let him throw the ball. Then you give him weapons. Even if Odell isn't the Odell we know, if he could be 70% of that, you have a better receiver, than what you had before. You got Andrews. I already told you Zay going to be the offensive rookie of the year. And then, of course, Lamar's going to run for like 800 yards as well, 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think Lamar, I'm going to give that in my bold prediction. We're going to give our bold prediction last. I'm going to give that my bold prediction, but that's what I have. So Lamar is my MVP of the year. That's who I got, Rue. That's who I got. And then what is your bold prediction?
For the Super Bowl, I got Eagles Chiefs.
No. The bold prediction. Prediction.
My bold prediction?
Yeah. Bold. You have a bold?
The Eagles possibly don't lose a game. That's my prediction. I really think the Eagles gonna run the table this year, man. I really do. I mean, but they've gotten better. Like more so than last year. Brought in DeAndre Swift also. I mean, just the pieces they brought in. Like, I'm a believer in the Eagles.
Wow. They don't.
Yeah,
So they. So you said okay.
the Eagles will not lose a regular season game.
Woo.
This is a team that barely lost last year, man, and they even more stacked. Like AJ, Devontae, come on, man.
Right.
Yep, that's a bold prediction.
My bold prediction is, and last time I did this, I was almost right. My bold prediction is Lamar Jackson throws for 40 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards, and he rushes for 900 yards with six touchdown runs, and he wins MVP. But so, well, I'll give you a number. He throws for 42 touchdowns this year. He throws for over 4,500 yards,
Mm.
and he has 800 rushing yards. No, 900 rushing yards, and he has 6 TDs rushing.
Mm.
That's my bold prediction. The funny thing is, last time I had a bold prediction, Rue, and last time I had him in my Brandon said the Colorado can't win 6 games. I ain't talking about you, lose to you saying the Eagles now don't lose a game. But look, last time my bold prediction, I said Lamar was going to throw for 40 touchdowns and throw for 4,000 yards, and he threw for 36.
Mm.
He led the league. So I'm just telling you, I got him 42 touchdowns, 45 over 4,500 passing yards, 900 yards rushing, and 6 rushing TDs.
Mm.
That's my bold prediction. All right. So now let's go with the division. Who are your division winners for the NFC?
I got the Eagles. I got the Lions. I think I might have changed it. Yeah, I got the Eagles, Lions, Falcons, and the 49ers.
Okay. So I got Cowboys. I got the 49ers. I got Minnesota. I want to say us. I don't think Detroit wins the division. It's going to be a scrap, but I got Minnesota. You know what? I take that back. I'm going bold. I got the Bears winning the division. I think we can win that division. All right. Let me stop. I'm going to be real, man. Being real. So I got Cowboys. I got the Lions. I agree. I got the Lions. And we go. It's going to be a battle. I just think Lions going to win. Lions. I have 49ers. And I got New Orleans winning. I got New Orleans winning the division. So let me go with the wild cards. So it's 4 wild cards now. So the wild cards is I have Seattle. I have the Eagles. I have the Giants. And I have Chicago as my wild card.
Mm. Okay.
Eagles, Chicago, Giants, and 49ers. I mean, Seattle. My wild cards.
I got the Cowboys, Vikings, Saints, and the Commanders.
And the Commanders?
I think 3 teams.
Wow, you think Commanders get in?
I think 3 teams from that division get in. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, oof, okay. That should have been a bold prediction. All right, so here are my AFC division champs. I have Kansas City. I have Kansas City. I have Jacksonville. I got Cincinnati. And I have. Man, this is gonna be hard. I guess I got to go with the Jets, man. 'Cause I'm contradicting myself because I said he win Coach of the Year, but I just think Buffalo gonna win that division. But I'm gonna go with the Jets. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'll go with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with I go with the Chiefs, the Bills, Jacksonville, and Cincinnati. Chiefs, Bills, Jacksonville, Cincinnati.
So let me ask you: do you fear that you don't think that Miami or Jacksonville could come in and disrupt what the Bills are doing? Because I think that's gonna be a dogfight.
Yeah, it should, but I think the Bills. I mean,
because look, they lost a lot. You lose a lot when you let Tremaine Edmonds go.
yeah, but I also think they got the best quarterback in the division, though, and the best home field in the division, and they play the best in the division at home. It's a lot of things, man. Reason I say the Bills. But Miami should contend. Yeah, that's gonna be the best division. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I don't know if I've always had the Bills winning this division. Yeah, I'll say I don't know if I said Miami, but Miami could surprise. So I think Miami's gonna finish second.
So who are your wild cards then?
Oh, my wild cards is Miami, Miami, Chargers, Miami, Chargers. Oh, we could possibly see Denver. Man. Because I don't think Tennessee's getting in. I don't think two teams from the AFC South is getting in.
Okay.
So I'll go, yeah. Yep. Miami, Chargers, and Denver.
Okay, it's one more. So who's the fourth one?
Oh, and Miami, Chargers, Denver, and who am I missing? Out the come on. The Ravens. Tripping.
Okay, so you got 3 coming out the North.
Yeah.
So I have
2 coming out the North.
But three teams in the playoffs. I'm saying. So I have the Ravens winning that division.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Ravens winning division. So I got Ravens. Wait, did I say Cincinnati? I said Cincinnati. Let me change. I think Ravens gonna win it, not Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is gonna be a wild card. So I got Cincinnati. I got Pittsburgh. I have Tennessee. And I think Denver just misses it. And I think they still win 10 games. But I got Chargers. I got the Chargers winning. And then my Super Bowl picks. I know you said Chiefs and Eagles. It's hard to see a rematch in the Super Bowl. You don't usually see it. I mean, last time we saw it, I believe I think Buffalo and Dallas, I believe. So, and that was in 93. So my Super Bowl pick, I got Cincinnati and I got the 49ers. That's my Super Bowl pick. I just think Cincinnati should have beat Kansas City last year. And I think Cincinnati proved that they can beat the Chiefs. I just think Eagles, man, they're not gonna get it this year, man. It's just hard to get to the Super Bowl twice, and I just think 49ers would have beat the Eagles if, believe it or not, if Brock Purdy was playing, because when that brother came in, that joker didn't know what. You could tell he was scared. He looked like he was he was spooked. So, but I got the 49ers and I got Bengals as my Super Bowl picks, whatever. So we're gonna remember this. We got the film of it. We already know what it is. So look, we're gonna take a break. And again, man, shout out to Dr. Fowler. Dr. Fowler's having his baby tonight. And we praying for him. So we're gonna take this quick break and we'll be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
Back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. All right, Rue, we're going to go ahead and before we get to our baseball, well, you know what? Let's do baseball first. Let's go ahead. We're gonna talk about MLB. Another week. It's getting close, man. We saw some teams take control. And hey, Rue, I know you don't want to do this, bro, but I got a shout out to my brother, man. Rue is under the weather, man, and Rue was 58% today. Decided to still come on and play, man. I salute you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a team player, man, So, but he said he's gonna go. They said he was questionable, but
it's all good, man.
Yeah, he said he's just gonna go ahead and give it a shot, man. And he's doing this thing, so we salute you, bro. But all right, man. Let's start off with the American League, bro. Baltimore Orioles. They They have a 3.5 game lead over the Rays. They maintained it. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. Rue, you said it. This team was for real, and you said it. You see them winning the division, correct?
Yeah. This team for real, and they playing like it.
Yeah. So they're winning the division. Then in America Central, we got the Minnesota Twins are finally over 500. They're finally they're 6 games over 500, but they have a 6-game lead over the Guardians. But we're not talking about them. Whatever. The American League West, the Astros, they have a 1-game lead over the Mariners and a 2-game lead over the Rangers. By far, it's the best race so far. Real quick, what do you see happening, man? Like, and not necessarily predicting, but is it going to be pitching, hitting? What do you have, man?
I think pitching is going to end up outmatching. Because, and I think experience is too down the stretch. I think Astros going to start running away with this division, and it's going to be because of their experience, the leadership coming from Dusty, and they're on fire right now when it comes to even hitting. Jose Altuve has, I want to say, 5 home runs in his last 10 at bats. So
yeah,
3 yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's on fire, and I think we're gonna see the Astros start to pick it up a little bit. They got the pitching tonight. You got Verlander and Scherzer, so two of the best pitchers ever going head to head.
All right, and then we have the Braves in the National League. They have a 14-game lead. It's a wrap. We're not worried about them per se, but just still pay attention to Philly because Philly is still in the playoff race. We'll talk about that. In the West, Dodgers have a 13.5 game lead, so it's a wrap with that. So we don't really need to discuss that. And then in the Central, National League Central, my Cubs, man, 1.5 games back, baby. Come on, I know we using our bats, but somehow, some way, pitching got to come in and help. We got to have pitching. I mean, one thing about it in major leagues, to win in the playoffs, pitching has to be good. It can't just be hitting solely. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some type of pitching.
Yep. Y'all got who could possibly be the Cy Young and Justin Steele, who came out of nowhere.
Right. He's been balling. So he's been balling, man. But still, like I said, we gotta come in. We gotta come in and pitching got to take over. You know, and well, not even take over, but just be good enough. You know what I'm saying? To because we can't hit. We're not gonna hit every game. So let's look at the wild cards in the American League wild card race. You have the Rays, of course. They're in 7.5 game, lead over the last team, which is Blue Jays. Mariners are second, and Rangers are third, which makes sense. But Blue Jays, they're tied with the Rangers. So can they come back and get in?
They can. Not losing games in Oakland like they did today, because they would have had the tiebreaker. But that's gonna be a tough race, man. The Texas Rangers haven't been playing well last month or so. And the Toronto, I think they picked it up a bit. That's gonna be a tough race, man. I can't really call it. Even with Seattle, they could slip. They only a game up, so right. That AL wild card, I think you could pretty much count out a lot of teams like the Yankees. Sorry, Corlin, I saw you pop in.
Hey, wait. For the Yankees, and shout out to my brothers, my big brothers, and from the Crush, Glaze, and Emmanuel Glaze, Maceo Hurd, my guys from the Crush from Atlanta. But I'm gonna take what they say. Yankees came out here, the Mets came out here, and what happened, Rue?
They got swept, right? Yeah.
Beat them New York teams, dog.
Yeah.
New York teams, right?
Huh?
Killed them.
Yeah.
Killed them. Embarrassed them.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I'll just leave that alone. But I thought that was funny, man. Just saying that, man, because New York mess here. All right, and then let's go to the National League. The wild card race in the National League. You have the Phillies. They're ahead. They have a 5-game league over the 4th place team. Cubs have a 3.5 game over the 4th place team. And the Reds, they have a half-game lead over the Marlins and a half-game lead over the Diamondbacks. 2.5 game lead over the Giants. Can the Giants? I mean, it's still a lot of baseball left. I'll ask you this: who has the chance that where they can't? You feel like they got to win most of their games. Like they don't. I know we don't have the schedule in front of us, but do you feel like there's more pressure on the Diamondbacks, Marlins, or the Giants?
I say it's about the same. I mean, you got to say Giants because they're 2.5 back. But that's, none of these teams can afford to lose too many games anymore. We on September, so it's only a handful of games left. Nah, none of these teams can afford to slip, and it's a tight race, man. It's a 3-man race.
Right.
Now the best pitching, I get a pitching edge to Miami, and I think they'll be safe. If I have to pick any of these teams, at Cincinnati, Miami, Arizona, Giants, yeah, I go with Marlins to for sure get in.
Mm-hmm. So, Rue, I know you're not feeling well. I'm not gonna make you do a Rue's pitch unless you say you got one anyway. But
I got one this week.
But no, we're gonna do a controversies pitch.
Oh, okay.
So, Shohei Ohtani, right? Best pitcher, best player in the MLB. Pitching, hitting. But you seen what's going on with his injury. You see that you said last week or 2 weeks ago, Rue, that this joker might be getting $700-800 million if he continues this. But here's the thing: I don't think he continues this. I think it's a reason why you don't see this in baseball, and I think it might be taking a toll on him. And he's still doing it, but I just think he might have one more year. But I think they're gonna call it quits for him to stop pitching. Right. I just wonder if that happens, will he still be the highest paid player or what? Will somebody give him all that money to try to have him do that, and then next thing you know, he don't? Or will they have it in his contract if they give him that money to say, hey, you have to be a pitcher to do that? I don't know. As like Courtney said, I think he's a better pitcher than the hitter. I don't know about that. But that's how great he is. So I can't even argue with you. I could debate with you all day, but at the same time, I don't debate or argue that you feel like that. So my point is, what does he do? Does he say no? I'm going to hit, because I feel like you have more injuries if you pitch. You're getting these injuries right now, so I think he maybe do this one more year. If he does it one more year, if he does it again, I think that's it though, man. I don't think he does it anymore. Because I wonder if he's pitching and hitting, and he's doing this hitting like this while he's pitching, how many more home runs or how many more RBIs or how deadly could he be if he's just solely focused on hitting?
Right.
Taking away when he's in the bullpen. So I don't think he does this anymore. I think he has one more year, and after that, I think they cut it. And hopefully he gets paid before he stops, because I think he's going to break the bank. But I think he's going to shut it down. And whatever team gets him, probably going to be upset. And it's probably going to be some big, crazy, they're going to go back and forth, whatever. So that's what I think it is, man. So, but I took it over for Rue. That's controversy's pitch, and I'm sticking with it. So this is what we're going to do. Because my guy's not feeling well. He's laboring. I see you, dog. We're going to cut it short. Dr. Fowler's not here to give out his pick. So we're going to put our picks up. We have our picks. And as a matter of fact, I'll just read them out real quick for what Rue has, whatever. Rue, I don't know if you want to read your pick, but I can read it. So right now, Rue has. So what we did was we decided to do two games. We decided to do the college football, Mississippi versus Tulane. They have Tulane at a +7. Rue took that.
I took the favorite, Mississippi, -7.
Yeah. You took that. I believe that Mississippi is going to lose. I'm sorry, I took that as well. I believe Mississippi's going to win. Then we have Texas, Alabama. They have Alabama at -7. Rue took that as well in Alabama, Texas. I'm going for the upset, Rue. I think not only do I think it's going to be closer, they're going to cover the spread. I think Texas is going to beat Alabama again. I don't believe in that quarterback.
I would like to see them. I want Texas to win, but
I don't believe in that quarterback. I don't believe in the quarterback. And then quickly, I'm not
Alabama.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
You don't look like a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't believe he's ready yet. I'll say that. I don't believe he's ready yet. But if he balls out, then I say watch out. I don't think he's ready yet. And then real quick for the picks, we got Cincinnati over Cleveland. Rue has Cincinnati over Cleveland. I have Cleveland. It's Cleveland over Cincinnati. My bad.
Yeah.
Right. Changed it. He has LA Chargers over Miami. I have Miami beating the Chargers. We both have Dallas. He has New York Jets beating Buffalo. I have Buffalo beating New York Jets. So, hey, man, get some rest, Rue. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man.
You hung in there, man, but I can see it. I can see it, man. I can see it. So it's all right, bro. But look, before we go, you know how we do it, man. We got to do it the right way. And this is for Dr. Fowler because Dr. Fowler uses with us. So I'd like to do this. All right. Only right to do this, bro. So look, if y'all hear that music, you already know what it means. It means it's time to let you go. And before we let you go, we got a couple of shout-outs. And hey, man, stay tuned because you might be part of it. First of all, I want to give a shout-out to the Almighty God for giving me the platform. Do what I do, say what I say. Thank y'all, man. I want to give me the stop it button. I appreciate you, boy. I thank you for this. Also, I want to thank my dog, Rue, for hanging in that dog, the soldier.
No problem, man. Always happy to do this, man. Football is back this weekend. Hey, Falcons, Panthers, you know. That's what I'm thinking about. What y'all thinking about?
Anyway, also want to shout out to Dr. Fowler once again, man. Hey, I'm praying that you have a healthy baby girl. Your wife is healthy as well. Everything goes right. Praying for you. And also, man, congrats. I know you're going to be a great father. Hey, I'm here, you know. Uncle Rafi is here. Anywhere we can, you know, got a whole bunch of aunties and uncles here. We're going to help you out. Any advice. Also, I want to thank everybody who watched the show live. I want to thank Brandon, of course. I want to thank Jerry. I want to thank Mike Patton. I want to thank Portland. I want to thank Vincent, Guru, Alan, everybody else who watched and listened to it as a podcast. I want to thank my beautiful wife, lovely children, uncles, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, my grandma. She's going to be, grandma's going to be coming this year, man. So y'all get ready. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have many calls with her and watch the games with her. Anyway, and for my play cousins as well. Hey, love our family. Your family know that you love them. Love them while they still feel it. Love them while they still alive. Eat good. Drink responsibly. Be safe this weekend. Watch some sports. Hope you do well in your fantasy league. That's one of your leagues. Until then, next week, same time, same show, same show. Your host, name is Johnson. When you miss me, I'm out. Dude!